girls, I get it. I get it. Like, here we are again. We're in the dead of winter. We are in the depths. We are in the trenches of winter. And we're ready to, feel good again. Like, feel hot again. Have our life back. Get out of the winter uglies. Like, I get it. I feel as though I am full on in my winter uglies. And I sit in front of you with my hair done, my makeup done. Mind you, half of this was because I knew I was filming today, which is why I have my hair and makeup done. The second half of it is because it brings me joy to do my hair and makeup because I get to record it I recorded this one for YouTube, but sometimes I'll also record it for TikToks, Instagram. Like, it brings me joy to do that sort of stuff, right? But trust me, even with my hair and makeup done, I feel like I just put lipstick on a pig. Like, I do not feel my hottest. And I would like to sit in front of you guys and say, I feel great. I'm using winter. I'm killing this winter. I'm crushing it. Like, I'm slaying winter. Now, look, compared to winters past, I do feel like I'm having a rather nice winter, right? I have things to do. I'm traveling. I'm looking forward to things. I'm doing my hair and makeup more. As far as winters go, I'm having a pretty good winter. I won't lie to you. But that doesn't mean I'm excluded from the winter uglies. Like, I definitely am feeling the winter uglies, okay? But I am kind of winning in some aspects that I feel like I'm really using this winter to my advantage. Now, winter arc is a term that I totally missed out on. Like, I was not on TikTok when winter arc was like the buzzword. But if I were to use the term now, I would feel like I'm slaying my winter arc. And we're going to talk a little bit about how I use winter to my advantage so that once spring comes, summer comes, I feel rested, recharged, refined in my routines. I feel ready to go. But I'm also going to share the products and the routines that I'm doing and even just like lifestyle tips that I'm doing that just make me feel at least like myself in the wintertime. When in winters past, I've definitely felt really low and espresso depresso in the winter. So this is how I'm using winter to my advantage. I really feel like winter is an amazing time to go inward and intrinsically take audit of my life, meaning it's a great time to rest, reflect, reset, and refine your routines. It's like a get your shit in order, if you will. It's a factory reset. Winter is when our bodies, minds, souls take a factory reset and we just go, okay, let's see what's working, what's not, what do we want to change, and what do we want to fine tune? And that's really what I've been using this winter for. And I feel like it's working in my advantage. Like it's so silly to say, but like one of my New Year's resolutions, if you will, was to learn how to blow out my hair. And today I spent, 30 minutes trying to blow out my hair. It didn't really work, but I'm learning and I'm trying, and that's all that I can do. So it's a time to really go inward and do a factory reset of life. You can use this time to focus on gut health, maybe getting your skin in order. All of your doctor visits are a really great time. Get your car inspected if you need to do that in the winter. Get your oil changed. Like, there's a lot of things that we can do in the wintertime so that when the fun season of life comes back around, the spring, the summer, the fall, you don't have to worry about doing all this like bullshit stuff that you don't want to do because you're enjoying your life. And rather, you can do it in the winter when you're not enjoying your life. So this is how I really use winter to my advantage. Number one, I use winter for a slower pace of life. My fall, my summer, my spring is typically pretty busy with going down to the shore, my businesses being back in full swing in the summertime. My social life definitely picks up. I have a lot of travels coming up this year, which is super exciting. So allowing myself to actually slow down and be still in the winter really calms down my body and takes me out of any adrenal overloads, any sort of fight or flights. And I find that it lowers my baseline level of cortisol. Now, I'm also going to give a tip right here. I have found that ashwagandha, the supplement, has done wonders for lowering my stress and anxiety in the morning. Now, I think you're supposed to take ashwagandha at night because it does definitely like de-stress you out. I've taken it in the morning and it has been so helpful in the morning. If you guys are like me and you wake up with anxiety and you wake up with like a million things going through your mind, like, okay, I have to do this today, I need to do XYZ, and you just kind of wake up like, oh God, I have to begin my day. Take ashwagandha and see if it makes a difference for you. For me, it has made a huge difference on my life. Like, I just feel like if I wake up on level 100 anxiety, I'm immediately brought down to like a 30. And it feels good. Like, I'm not groggy, I'm not sleepy, I'm not tired. I'm just normal. And that feels really nice. So give that a try. If you are like me and you wake up with like anxiety, try ashwagandha. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Using the winter to really kind of slow down and just be like, okay, I am fine. There's nothing I really need to do right now that is so demanding of my attention. Life is okay. Like, it's okay to be in cruise control for a little bit. I like doing that. I also really use the wintertime to prioritize good sleep. Beauty sleep is a thing. And I've kind of learned through listening to podcasts that you can't, quote unquote, catch up on sleep, but you can really nail down good sleep routines and good sleep habits. And good sleep is just amazing to get, period. But I find in the wintertime, I crave it even more. So I really go in with that. I like to go to bed early in the winter. I don't necessarily always like to wake up the earliest or sleep in the latest. Like, I just find that my body will kind of wake up naturally around 7 a.m. And if I need to wake up before that, I'll just set my hatch alarm, which definitely helps a lot to wake up to a hatch alarm versus like an iPhone alarm. But I kind of just let my body naturally wake up when it wants to, which is typically around 7, but I go to bed early. Like, there's nothing for me to stay up for. The sun sets by 5 p.m. every night anyway. What am I going to stay up until 11 p.m. for? Just to say I stay up till 11? No, I'm going to go to bed. Like, I normally go to bed between 8:30, 9:30. Like, seriously, like, what is there for me to stay up for? I've already eaten dinner. I've already done everything I wanted to do for the day. The only thing left to do is go to bed. You know what I mean? And I like my morning routine that makes me want to go to bed, and so I can wake up and have that routine, which we'll put a pin in that. We'll get to that in a minute. For good sleep, I cannot recommend Symbiotica's magnesium supplement enough. Oh my God, you guys. Symbiotica's magnesium is quite literally the best supplement I've ever taken in my life. Magnesium relaxes your muscles, and it also, like, I don't know what it is and what the Symbiotica one specifically does. Maybe it's the way that it's delivered, because I know it's like delivered through lips. There's like a specific word for it. The way that it's delivered to your body, it like gets down to the cellular level. And you guys, I swear to God, within 20 minutes of taking this, my eyelids are like shutting on by themselves, and I get the best sleep of my life. I've had an Oura ring now for 2 years. It's been tracking my sleep every single night for the past 2 years. I have not missed a single day in the past 2 years. I am like crazy about this thing. I love it so much. And when I use magnesium, my sleep score every single time is never below a 96. Never. Deepest sleep ever. Best dreams ever. I simply don't move. I sleep 10 hours. Like, it's incredible how well I sleep with magnesium. So if you are really looking to like get good sleep, I can't recommend the magnesium supplement from Symbiotica enough. It's a bit pricey. I will work on getting a code for you guys, but trust me, like, it is one of the best investments that you will make, especially if you have a hard time sleeping. Try it. Just try it and let me know what you guys think. I'll link it below. But anyway, I can't recommend it enough, but getting aligned and in a really good sleep routine helps so much in the wintertime. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is let yourself rest in the winter. Nothing grows in the dead of winter. Nature doesn't grow. Nature recharges. Nature sleeps. Nature rests in the wintertime. So really allow yourself to do the same. It is okay for 3-4 months to live a slower paced life than normal. Like for me, the way that I think about the year is January, February, March is the wintertime, right? Like it's those 3 months. Then we have then we have April, May, which is like the spring. And for me, that's when work really starts to pick back up, meaning I go back down to the shore a lot in April and May. Then the summer hits, right? So like June, July, August, kind of even September too. It is summer, summer, summer. October hits, the fall is super nice. But then as soon as Halloween's there, it's Thanksgiving and it's Christmas. And that is like off to the races holiday season. So for me, the winter is January, February, March, where it's those 3 months of slowing down, of the rest, of when you really just get to live a slower paced life than normal. And it's okay to live a slower paced life for those 3 months. Like you guys know, if you've ever watched like a cooking video and you watch people marinate like meat or something, and then they always say like, love her, let her rest, like let her be, don't touch her. That's how it is during winter. Love her, let her rest. We'll see her in her prime. That's us. So just let yourself rest in the wintertime. The second way that I like to use winter to my advantage is I like to really refine my routines. So this is the time of the year that I really like to test out what routines work for me so that when the busy season of life hits, aka the other 9 months of the year, I've found a routine that is tested and that is foolproof and that is already integrated into my life because I worked on establishing that habit in the months that I had the time to establish a new habit. So for me, this really comes down to morning routines, workout routine, and simple meals and stuff that I like to eat that I can kind of go to in a busy season of life and be like, okay, these are my pillars of wellness, of what make me feel good, grounded, centered. I'm going to return back to this. So this is a really great time to test out a morning routine. So I've been in a routine that I really like. And so far what that routine looks like to me is I wake up and then I edit content right away when I wake up. So normally it's editing a podcast or editing YouTube video, editing TikToks, editing Instagram, something like that that's creative. I enjoy waking up and doing that in the morning. Then I go work out. I'll get into my workout routine in a minute. Then I come back to my apartment. I have breakfast. I'll kind of get into what I've been eating lately, but really it's a lot of protein. I'm just really prioritizing proteins. Like my favorite breakfast, one of my go-tos is a breakfast hash. So that's breakfast sausage, ground turkey, marinated, or not marinated, but like mixed together with peppers and onions and sweet potatoes. And then I scramble some eggs, mix that all together. I put cheddar cheese and hot honey on top and I eat it with a little bit of avocado. It's so good and it's super filling and it's high in protein and I really, really like it. So I have breakfast, then I will take a shower and then I get into deep work. And my deep work right now consists of setting up Stride Sea Isle and having, that place studio ready to go. So that when the summer hits, it's fully in, cruise control and the machine's already going. So that's pretty much what my morning routines are. Waking up, editing content, working out, breakfast, shower, deep work. And I start deep work around 10 a.m. So I kind of will backtrack of, okay, what time do I need to wake up? What content do I have to edit so that I can get all this done so I can start my deep work at 10 a.m. The second routine that I really like to refine is nailing down a workout routine. And this is so important to develop a routine that you genuinely like. When you have a workout routine, a fitness routine that you genuinely like, it makes working out so much more fun and so much more enjoyable. I can't recommend this enough. It's going to take trial and error. It's going to take you going back to a workout a few times to really be like, I do feel good after this, or that's really not for me. You will know what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. It could be walking, taking yoga, taking spin classes. It could be Pilates. It could be weightlifting. It could be jujitsu. There's a million things that you can try, but really nailing down a routine that you like. Trust me, in the winter, it is so easy to not leave your house or leave your apartment if you don't have to, especially when it's cold, gray, and dark outside. But I can promise you, you will feel mentally so much better and happier if you work out. And yes, like you could always, go back to the whole aesthetics reason of working out in the winter, why that's great, blah, blah, blah. But seriously, for me, it's all about the mental. I mentally am so much happier after I work out. And in the winter, I really need those endorphins. So having a workout routine that I really like gives me something to look forward to before the workout and makes me feel incredible after the workout. So I love my current workout routine, and it makes me want to wake up each day, which is why I want to go to bed early so I can wake up and like go do my morning routine that I really like, which includes my workout routine. So my current workout routine is a 3-day split that consists of day 1 is walking on an incline on the treadmill for 30 minutes with 1-pound bala bangles around my wrists, and I'll do upper body movements. So like if you've ever been to a spin class and there's like a weight portions of a spin class, that's pretty much what I do on a treadmill. If you guys follow my TikTok or my Instagram, I've posted a few of like my upper body, tread and arms, like what I do on the treadmill with the bala bangles. So I will link that down below if you guys want to go check that stuff out. And I'll also link down below the bala bangles that I use. I love them. They are the 1-pound weights, and seriously, like I'm obsessed with them. They are the best addition ever. I'll link a few. But I really, really love them. So day 1 is walking on an incline for 30 minutes with 1-pound bala bangles, and I do my upper body arm workout while I do that. And then I follow that up with 10 minutes of abs. So that's like a 40-minute full body workout because you get the incline walk, you get the upper body arms, and then I do an ab workout. Day 2 is, again, a 30-minute incline tread walk with arms, bala bangles on the wrist. I love doing that. Followed this time by a 15 to 20-minute leg lift. So this is probably like a 45, 50-minute workout. And I will also post a video of like what I do on my leg days, but it's normally like I try to do a lot of movements together. So it's like a deadlift into a reverse lunge. I'll do some squats. I will do some leg presses, maybe some hip thrusts. I just pick like compound movements and go with that to build strength. But I like to also focus on my legs a little bit. So that's day 2. And then day 3, I do a 10-minute stair stepper, but this time I put the bala bangles on my ankles, and I do that for 10 minutes on the stairs. And then I follow that up with doing a class of some sort. Typically, it's a Pilates class at Stride at Home or on Stride at Home, which is Stride's like online platform where we do, Pilates classes. And I shouldn't say, because you might not know, but we on Stride at Home do Pilates classes, Cardio Sculpt, which is one of my favorite formats that we offer at Stride. And so I'll do that in my apartment, or I will go into the studio at Stride and I will take a class. Again, whether it's like hot Pilates or bar or something like that, like a low impact movement sort of class. Bar, Pilates, yoga, one of those 3. But typically it's like a Stride at Home class. So that's what I do those 3 things on rotation. So day 1 is walking on an incline for 30 minutes with bala bangles and abs. Day 2, walking on an incline with bala bangles and a 15-minute leg lift. And then day 3 is a 10-minute stair stepper with bala bangles on my ankles, followed by a Pilates class. So each workout is no longer than like 50 minutes, like an hour max, but I love my workout routine and I feel really good, and the endorphins afterwards are just incredible. And the third thing that I do to refine my routines in the wintertime is nail down simple meals and eats that I know that I like to eat in a week. So I know I feel really good when I eat well, when I prioritize protein, and when I really just make sure that I'm eating clean. And look, like I said, it's really easy to do the things that will give you that quick dopamine hit, whether that's eating junk food or skipping the gym. Like those things are easy to do in the moment and they make you feel good in the moment. But when I eat like junk, I feel like junk. So I really try my best to find recipes that I really enjoy, that taste good, make me feel really great, and are healthy in the wintertime. So that again, when life gets a little bit busy, I have these recipes to fall back onto that I'm like, okay, I know I like this food, so I'm going to make this when I'm really busy. Or I know that this makes me feel good when I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to rely on this to make it when I only have, a 15-minute window to make and eat dinner, whatever. Things like that. So I find that really helps. But also with the wintertime, it's so fun to like make super hearty chilies and soups and stews and meals like that. So on the weekends when I have that extra time, because there's not a ton going on in the wintertime, I find that like on Sundays, Saturdays, I have a little bit of extra time. So that's when I really like to cook, try new recipes, find new things that I like, be a little bit more creative in the kitchen. And that's really fun. So I enjoy doing that in the wintertime as well. And then also you just are adding more recipes to like your recipe book, right? Like of everything that Tori likes and everything that she likes to make with friends and share. I never talk about myself in the third person. This is kind of weird. But anyway, it's really fun to experiment with meals and such in the wintertime. Now, this third thing that I want to mention of how I use the winter to my advantage is something that I heard on a podcast episode yesterday, and I really liked it. And I realized I do this, but he just articulated it so well. And the phrase was, if you're bored, build. And I really liked that. So I have been doing this, but I just have never articulated it this way. If you're bored, build. I like using the slower pace of life mixed with the routines that I kind of chatted about upwards or a few minutes ago to really go inward. And if I find myself bored, I really try to make the effort to not scroll or just binge watch TV, but to use this as a time to build something, whether it's build a project that I'm working on, nurture a friendship, build a better relationship with myself, maybe through journaling or meditating or practicing yoga. It's a really great time to take an audit of your life and reflect on what's working and what's not, and seeing like, what can I improve on? What areas of my life can I slow down in to be more intentional, right? Like, it's a really great time to build something for yourself or go inward deeper and really take a closer look at yourself and be like, okay, what am I liking? What am I not liking? Like right now, I'm really into learning about finances. Like I'm really trying to get very financially smart and financially literate. So I'm reading a lot of finance books. I'm learning about what accounts to utilize, what credit cards to use, where to invest my money, things like this. And it's really awesome having a little bit of this extra time in the winter to really learn a skill that is going to benefit me for my whole life, and doing it while I'm young and, something like that. Because with finances, like the more time you have with it, the better. So learning this now and really diving deep into it now is being really beneficial for the long run of my life. So I'm really enjoying that and just like going inward. And I just really liked the phrase, if you're bored, build. So that's how I'm utilizing winter. But let's dive into the winter uglies, because you and I were humans, we're girls, and like I would love to think that I'm the exception to the rule of, oh, I don't feel the winter uglies, but I do. Okay, but I do. So if you're anything like me, maybe you're feeling the effects of the winter uglies, which is normal and I get it. I have it too, but I do have some tips that hopefully will help. Number 1, stay in your routines. I know. We just talked about routines for the last 10 minutes. It's so annoying to hear me listen to. But seriously, you guys, it helps so much to get good sleep, good workouts, good hygiene. Stay on top of your routines. It will keep you feeling like yourself. It is super easy to let this slip when you're in the trenches of gray, dark, cold winter. But seriously, stay on your routines. It's not always about being disciplined. It's about making your routines a habit, right? When you wake up, you don't even think about what you're going to do. I'm going to wake up and edit my content. Then when I'm done editing my content, I go down and I work out. And it's day 2, so I'm going to do these sorts of workouts today. Like, it's just being in the routine of your routines, the habit of your routines. I can't emphasize enough. It helps you so much. And it also helps so much with decision fatigue. I find that on days that I kind of just have an open day, by the end of the day, I'm exhausted with making all these decisions of what should I do with my day, When I have a work routine, a morning routine, a workout routine, an eating routine, I just feel better by the end of the day. I don't feel as drained. I don't feel like as exhausted because it's not taking willpower and decisions of what should I do with the things that I don't need to be making these big decisions on, right? It can be habits. Like what I'm having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is a habit. What I'm doing in the morning is a habit. What I'm doing at night to get good sleep is a habit. And that takes so much pressure off of my mental that I can put that energy towards building something, right? So it just helps so much to stay on top of your routines, and you will feel like yourself, I promise. Number 2, have something to look forward to. I've been really lucky that I've been traveling to Florida for the past few months to just feel something. You know, I've been able to get warm for a few days, and that helps me a ton. So if you have the ability to take a girls' trip or just travel somewhere, get out of your space for a few days, a long weekend, whatever it is, it helps so much. But if that's not in the cards for you, that's totally fine. Plan at least one outing a week to do something. It could be visit a friend, going to dinner, taking yourself on a date. Have something to look forward to once a week. Walking around Barnes & Noble, finding a new book, trying a new coffee spot, making a new outfit in your wardrobe. Something. Maybe it's as silly as like making a fun TikTok and posting it. Like something creative, something fun, something to look forward to. You need to have something on the calendar and be like, okay, this is my will to live this week. And I know that sounds dramatic, but honestly, like if you're like me, I get like sad in the winter, you know, and I need something on the calendar to look forward to. Even if it is, I get a new book on Saturday. That is something to look forward to, and I'm doing it, girl. All right, number 3, have good sweat sets / work from home outfits that get you out of your pajamas and feeling cute. If it were up to me, I would be in my bathrobe and my pajamas all day long. But I also know that when 4 o'clock hits and I'm still in my pajamas, I feel like shit, okay? So I really like to have sets that make me feel good and feel cute, but are still super cozy, comfy. My favorite ones are from Amazon. I will link them below. But seriously, I live in matching sets all winter long. I have sets from Stride. I have my Amazon sets. I have like Toast merch sets. Any matching sweat set makes me feel really good. And I don't know if it's because I just change out of pajamas into something that is like coordinated and matches and makes me feel good, but it helps so much. And it just makes me feel like a human when I don't feel like feeling like a human. You know what I mean? Number 4, self-tan. Yes. Okay. This is, let's be real, like probably the number one thing that makes me feel most alive again because I have color back to myself. When I don't self-tan in the winter, you guys, I am translucent. I am. You could see every vein in my body. You could see every organ. If you look at my chest, I'm sure you could see my heart beating through it. Like that is how translucently pale I get in the winter. So when I self-tan, I do feel alive again. Sue me. I love a good self-tan. I lather it on. So I love a self-tan mousse when I need it to stick on and I want to be a little darker. So I'll link a few of my favorites down below. But I really love doing a mousse when I have an occasion, like if I'm going down to Florida for a few days, or if my boyfriend scheduled like a cute date for us, or I have, I don't know, something like bigger to look forward to is when I will use like the mousse for self-tanning. On a day-to-day basis, I really like using I think it's called Naturalux as a self-tan lotion. I'll link it below. It's gradual, but it's rapid enough that it works within like the first day. So like I'll put it on and then a few hours later I see the color and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. So that feels really good. It also smells really good and it does not transfer onto your clothes, which is huge. And it doesn't smell like self-tan. It smells good. It smells like Santal. I think that's how I say that word. So I really like it. I will link that below. And another product that I like for self-tanning is the Tan-Luxe face drops. I mix that in with my moisturizer. That really helps a ton too, because that just keeps my face having a glow to it. And I really like that. If I'm trying to get like pretty dark to match like a mousse, I just put the oil straight on and then I put lotion on over top of it. But if I'm just looking for a little bit of like a glow from within, she's glowing look, then I mix it in with my lotion and that gives like a really nice natural look. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards because if not, like your hands will be orange. But I really like the Tan Luxe face drops. Also, just going really quickly back up to the Natural Luxe Self Tan Lotion. I really like that because it's hydrating, whereas the mousse is definitely very drying. And in the winter, like I don't want dry skin. I definitely want to moisturize. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do for the tan. But that's why I really like the Natural Luxe Self Tan Lotion because it's very hydrating and you can do it every day and you get color. So that's really nice. Number 5, it's a season of masks, baby. Hair masks, face masks, foot masks, okay? I really use this time to really nurture my body, my skin, my cells, my hair. I'm like drenched in oil this time of year. I'm marinating this time of year. I just really like exiting winter with supple skin, soft hair. I just feel really good. And especially in dry climates, like I live in Philly. It is dry, it is humid, it is gross here. So my body really needs as much moisture as it can get. So I like to really supplement that in with tons of hydrating products, a lot of masks, hair masks, face masks, foot masks. I'll link some of my favorites below, but just think like rose oil. I have a Tula face mask that I really like. Foot mask, you can get any on Amazon, okay? Speaking of feet, nails. Number 6, get your nails done. Get your toes done. It helps feel like you're a human. Like it's so easy to not get a pedicure in the wintertime. So easy. But then every single time I take a shower, change out my socks, and I have to look at my unpedicured feet, I'm like, oh God, who is that? It makes me feel like a girl again, and it makes me feel human again to have my nails and my toes done, especially when they match. And you know what? It's the little things for me, like having my nails and my toes matching that make me feel good and make me feel like I'm back alive again, back to myself, like not in the winter uglies. And to me, you can't put a price tag on that. That's priceless. So to me, having this, I'm like getting so passionate about getting your nails done. Tori, calm down. But anyway, it's priceless to me. It just makes me feel human. It makes me feel very clean, very put together, very on top of my game. I feel like myself when my nails, my toes are done. So I definitely like to stay on top of that. With this, stay on top of your other beauty routines. Get your eyebrows waxed. Dermaplane your face. This one might upset some people. Shave your legs. It's so simple and so easy to not shave your legs. In the wintertime, I get it. We wear leggings, sweats. Who's seeing our legs anyway? No one needs to see it. But I can't even tell you, when I don't shave my legs and I'm like wearing sweatpants and I can feel my leg hair in my sweatpants, I'm like, I feel like an ogre. Like I don't even feel like myself. You know what I mean? But then when it's the wintertime and I shave my legs, I am like, ooh la la. It just helps you feel better. And that's what it is with the winter uglies. You just need to feel better. Like it's doing the things that we know make us feel good and continuing to do it even when you don't want to. I know we don't want to shave our legs in the winters, girls, but it helps us feel better. So do it. So do it. Number 7, drink water and stay hydrated. It is so easy to not drink water in colder weather because we aren't sweating as much. We're not outside. We're not as thirsty as much. It's really easy. But dehydration leads to tiredness. And in the winter, the last thing we need to feel is more tired. Because I don't know about you. Okay. I barely see the sun in the wintertime. So I'm tired a lot of times in the winter. So I don't need to make myself more tired by also being dehydrated. So drink your water. Spice it up a little bit. Throw an element in there. Throw a liquid IV in there. Throw a crystal light in there. Throw some electrolytes in there. Do what you got to do. Make it sexy when you drink your water. Have fun, but stay hydrated and drink your water. And lastly, number 8, limit your screen time. I know, we all know this, but I've never met a doom scroll that's made me feel better, ever. I will say TikTok has been crushing it lately. I go on, I'm giggling. I am laughing audibly out loud at what's on my For You page. It is just hit after hit after hit. I'm like, they know me on my TikTok. They love me on my TikTok. They are funny. My links are funny. It's comedy. It's comedy. But I have to limit myself to 15 minutes because I will keep searching for that first laugh hit that I never quite get again. And then at the end of my 3-hour doom scroll, I feel like shit. Keep it to 15 minutes and then get off it and go build something for yourself. Go build a life you're proud of. Go do something for yourself. You will thank yourself. You can have best of both worlds. Limit yourself, but thank yourself. Okay. That's how I use winter to my advantage. That is how I use the winter arc, how I prevent the winter uglies, my routines, my products. Everything I talked about will be linked down below. We got this, you guys. It's February. We're a month in. Okay. We have about a month and a half to go. We can do this. I saw a stat the other day that said we survived the 10 darkest weeks of the year. We did. We survived it. We did it. It's only up from here. We are awesome. We can do this. I love you. Follow me everywhere. I'll have it all linked below. I'll see you guys next week. Happy Manifest Monday. I love you. Goodbye.